Dude, if my hair keeps looking greasy on camera, I'm gonna like start my own hockey team or something. Oh, I watched Heated Rivalry. Heated Rivalry, I watched it with my friend, and dude, knocked my socks off. That thing had so much fucking heat, so much gas. If I dropped it in Arizona in the hottest day, it would just fucking explode. It was really good. Basic plot: Shane Hollander and Iliad play rival teams in hockey, right? Shane Hollander plays for Detroit, and Ilya Rozanov plays for Boston, right? And in the media, they're like arch rivals, like they hate each other. They really push that into the media, like they just really don't like each other. But in private, they have gay sex. So I think they have to like each other a little bit. And whenever I heard that like you would see the gay sex, I didn't believe it. I usually think that studios are like scared to like show that part of a relationship, especially like not especially, but like for homosexual couples. Like I just feel like they don't do that a lot. So I was like, yeah, sure. So you can imagine how dumb I look when we're like in the at the end of the second episode, and I've seen them in more positions than they even have in hockey. Like deer in the headlights. I'm looking at the camera like, which not a bad thing. Not a thing I'm upset about. Kind of like how seeing like Matt Damon in Interstellar. I'm more like, oh my god, Matt! I didn't I didn't know you're showing up. No, I was like, cool. Which the show was gonna have that in there anyway. If it's based off of the book, they definitely have chapters like that in there, so it was gonna happen anyway. But I do think the explicit scenes are like important to the character. I think it's important to the story, especially if that's like how they meet or that's how their relationship starts. It's very like yaoi coded, which yeah, Kira, it's boys kissing, but in the sense that like it starts off with they're casually seeing each other and then it becomes something more. There are other characters. Scott Hunter is another hockey player, but his boyfriend is a guy that works at a smoothie place, and he gives him smoothies, and it's like really cute. But they got their own episode, which I was surprised to hear that people didn't like that episode. Like they were upset, which I get. Like you want to focus on the main, but like they become really important to the main couple, right? Especially in episode 5, they have that big scene in the arc where Scott Hunter publicly comes out, and that scene depicts whether Shane and Ilya get together. Like, we wouldn't have the cottage scene without that, and episode 5 wouldn't feel as impactful if not for episode 3, their episode, right? Which I kind of like. I kind of just a little bit, like them a little bit more. With how episode 2 ended, I kind of like them a little bit more. Right? Whatever. The music. That's something else I want to talk about. The music in here was really good. Like I'm not talking about like the songs they put in, but also the soundtrack. Like the back, they were doing some freaky shit in episode 2 specifically. They were doing some freaky shit, and I literally wasn't paying attention because the song, like the in the background, that shit was I was killing that shit. But the song I liked that the songs that they picked, like My Moon My Man, that's on an album that came out in 2008, right? That's when they meet. They had songs from the era it was in during the season, which was really cool to see. But not only the music, but like the way that it was shot, I love the way it looked. Especially like I don't know why, but my favorite episode is episode 1. Maybe because that's where it starts. It's a little bit more dramatic. There's a little bit more mystery there of how this will turn out. But I love the shots that they had. It was beautifully done. I love the way that the film looked. Like it was a really pleasing show to look at. Season 2 predictions, I would say I think Scott and Kip definitely are brought up again. I see in the future. I see a scene where maybe Shane or Ilya reaches out to Scott, ask about coming out publicly, how that affected him, how things changed for him, like career wise, how it affected him and Kip. I don't know if they would get their own episode again. I kind of hope they would. I would also hope they have more episode. I feel like 6, like it was enough, but like I want more, you know? Like, yeah, the story ended, but like I want the 4 hour like director's cut. Ryan Price. That was a name brought up between them whenever they were just hanging out. I saw other people mention on TikTok about Ryan Price. They were like, please don't tear him apart. I think he's gonna try and do that. I don't think he's going to try and like get directly in between them. I think he's going to like maybe pressure them to break up or cause some type of like obstacle. Like that would be like the villain in season 2 or something. I think we get more into Ilias like family life, like in Russia, what's going on there, more about his brother probably. As far as like the gay sex goes, I wouldn't be surprised if they toned it down and get more sentimental, and I wouldn't be surprised if they went above and beyond and just got freakier. So that could really go hand in hand. But I think that's all I have to say, man. I don't have a lot of thoughts. I think that's it. See ya.